smacked everybody, bro.
Chaos, panic, and confusion. A man deliberately plowing his car into a crowd of people in Los Angeles early Saturday morning, according to
Over 30
police.
injured after car plows into crowd. Outside Los Angeles nightclub, bystander shoots driver. More than 30 people were hurt, including 7 in critical condition, when a vehicle rammed into a group of people standing outside a nightclub in East Hollywood early Saturday morning. According to officials from the Los Angeles Fire Department, authorities say the suspect, identified as 29-year-old Fernando Ramirez, had earlier been ejected from the Vermont Hollywood nightclub for causing a disturbance. Moments later, he allegedly drove his vehicle onto the sidewalk, hitting multiple people in what police described as a deliberate act. Captain Ben Fernandez of the LAPD told local media that surveillance footage appeared to confirm the intentional nature of the crash. He drove further up the sidewalk before veering into the crowd, Fernandez said. After the crash, he was dragged out of the car by security, restrained, and then attacked by bystanders. One individual from across the street reportedly shot him in the back. The LAPD later clarified that Ramirez had been shot in the buttocks. He was taken into custody on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon. A motive has not yet been confirmed. Firefighters arriving on scene found a chaotic situation in front of the Vermont Hollywood music venue. According to officials, the driver tore through a taco stand and the valet podium before plowing into the line of people waiting to enter. Captain Adam Van Gerpen, a spokesperson for the LAFD, said the vehicle moved through multiple areas, striking food vendors, valet staff, and civilians queued up outside the club. Jeff Lee of the LAPD added that bystanders subdued the driver before one of them opened fire during the confrontation. Preliminary investigations suggest the suspect may have been under the influence at the time of the incident, though no other evidence of criminal conspiracy or terrorism has been uncovered. According to the fire department, 7 people suffered critical injuries, 6 were in serious condition, and 10 were listed as fair. 7 others declined medical transport after being assessed at the scene. The victims include 18 women and 12 men, ranging from their mid-20s to early 30s. LAPD Commander Lillian Carranza. Injuries included broken bones, soft tissue trauma, and 1 individual with a gunshot wound. Officials confirmed patients were distributed to several trauma centers and hospitals in the area. Police officers initially responded to a report of an assault with a deadly weapon. On arrival, they found that a car had driven into a crowd for reasons yet unknown, and the driver was already being restrained by civilians. At the time of the crash, the sidewalk outside the nightclub was densely crowded, said LAFD spokesperson Eric Scott. People were leaving the club, lining up at the food stalls and valet stand. It was a high-traffic pedestrian area. There was no structural damage to the nightclub, but Scott emphasized the magnitude of the emergency response. "We're fortunate not to have lost any lives," he said. 30 injured, with 7 in critical condition. That's significant. We're grateful for the quick coordination among emergency teams and remain focused on supporting the victims and community. First responders found the suspect with a gunshot wound during a secondary medical assessment and administered treatment at the scene. He was later transported for surgery and is now in stable condition. He remains in police custody and is being investigated for attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon. Carranza said the person who shot the driver fled the scene and has not yet been located. Police are searching for a man wearing a blue jersey and believe he used a silver revolver. "We consider him armed and dangerous," said LAPD officer Jeff Lee. Footage from the incident showed several injured individuals lying on the pavement while first responders treated them. Others were seen being loaded onto stretchers as police secured the area. "There were people trying to help strangers," said Van Gerpen. "Many were simply waiting to go into the nightclub, ordering tacos, and when the chaos erupted, they jumped into action to aid the wounded." The incident took place around 2 a.m. local time. The fire department deployed 124 personnel to manage triage, care, and transportation of the injured.